The episode kicks off with Axel in a terrible condition. He's currently being treated in a hidden hospital, the kind that never lets any information leak outside. Next, we see Alina, who's down with a fever. As she wakes up, she notices something surprising. The popcorn wizard is greeting her warmly. That's when it hits her. She's inside the wizard's van. The popcorn wizard gives her a high five and praises her for finally finding her. She introduces herself as Yen, and tells Alina to call her that. Worried, Alina checks her bracelet to see if Doug is okay, and thankfully, his heartbeat is still active. That means he's alive. We then cut to Doug, lying unconscious on a hospital bed. As he slowly comes to his senses, he realizes where he is. He quickly pretends to be asleep again as soon as he hears some noise. A few agents enter the room to check on him, and once they leave, Doug mutters to himself that they're monitoring him. Maybe they still want him alive. Meanwhile, Hershey is shown being held somewhere, seemingly detained. The scene shifts again to Abel, who's heading to meet the president, accompanied by his partner. Abel says only the president can help them now. As they arrive, his partner hands him a flower bouquet, joking, "If you're going to meet the president, at least bring some flowers." Back in the hospital, Axel regains consciousness. Chris, sitting beside him, says, "You're awake again. How are you feeling?" Axel replies that he had the same recurring dream, the one where he's on the verge of death and an angel comes to save him. But this time, he adds, someone real actually saved him. "Was that angel you?" he asks. Chris chuckles and says she's no angel. Axel then asks about the person he was fighting. Chris tells him that the guy managed to escape, though he was seriously injured. Just then, a doctor walks in and reassures Axel not to worry. He helped Leland a lot, and that's why she's taking care of him. She also mentions, "You're lucky to be healing now, the world's ending in just one day." Hearing this, Axel tries to get up, realizing he has no time to rest, but his wounds are too severe, and he collapses back in pain. Meanwhile, Abel reaches the president's office. The president looks at him and says, "You've come for help. Tell me what you need." Abel replies that he needs her assistance with two important matters. But before he can explain further, the scene changes. We now see Leland having a conversation with a cat, teasing that it might be a spy planted by Abel. Suddenly, hacker Donald Mack appears along with Elizabeth. Donald questions, "Who's this kid?" and greets Leland, saying they've met before. Leland brushes it off, trying not to reveal that he was the one secretly meeting up with someone that day. After the hackers leave, Leland appears visibly anxious and lost in thought. Back with Alina and Yen, Popcorn Wizard. They discuss how long Yen had been waiting to be found. They talk about how much they've accomplished through hacking and how awesome they make as a team. Alina then asks, "Why are you helping Skinner? You seem like a good person." Ren, another girl in the van, explains it's a long story. She was born in a small village in the Maldives where a strange illness spread. It removed all pain. Ren even hits her leg to demonstrate. No reaction at all. She says that Skinner, a researcher, came to their village, studied their genetics, and helped develop Hapna. Despite the village being poor, Skinner bought the land for them and gave them full ownership. That's why Ren trusts that whatever Skinner is doing, it's for the greater good. Back at the hospital, Axel tells Chris that the guy who attacked him was asking about someone named Hunton. When Chris tries to search for the name, nothing shows up. She jokes, "You two were fighting and interrogating each other at the same time?" Axel nods. Then she asks, "If you die, who should I inform?" Axel responds quietly, "There's no one." He then asks Chris, "You know that feeling too, don't you? Being alone?" Axel opens up about his past. He had two childhood friends who always had his back in anything, even theft. Since he had no family, he considered them his everything. Chris asks, "Where are they now?" Axel says they both died. He still carries a pendant to remember them, and since their loss, he's avoided getting close to anyone out of fear of losing them too. The scene returns to the president, who again asks Abel what he wants. Abel says he needs authorization to raid a certain army. The president questions why, and Abel admits it's difficult to explain, but it's their best option. The president takes off her glasses, and we see a strange glow in her eyes. She reveals that she had taken the drug even before its official release. Elsewhere, we return to the hacker crew, who are trying to find the assassin that attempted to kill Axel. Despite deep digging, from the open web to the dark web, they find nothing. Elizabeth then suggests they shift their focus. Forget the assassin. Start digging into that HQ guy instead. HQ is in a very bad state and says, "That guy, he escaped." The others respond angrily. "We gave you this responsibility and you failed. You deserve punishment." But HQ insists, "You idiots! I'll kill him myself now. This is no longer a job, it's my mission." We also learn that HQ has a wound in the same spot as the assassin. Could it be that HQ and the assassin are the same person? Just then, the commander's phone rings. It's a call from Abel. The scene shifts to Rin, the hacker known as Popcorn. She is showing Skinner's heartbeat on a monitor. Ren says Skinner had already instructed her that if someone found her, she could share his location. They track him down and discover Skinner is in Babylonia, the city where his grandmother used to live. In the next scene, Chris receives a call from Elizabeth and Leland to confirm something. Chris says she'll get there soon. She then goes to Axel and says she's leaving. "If you have any last regrets, tell me now." Axel says, "I have none." "What about you?" Chris replies, "I do." And then she kisses Axel. She tells him, "If we survive, we'll meet again. But for now, I have to go." Axel can only watch her leave, still unsure what real friendship truly means. Then we see Abel addressing his team, telling them they need to prepare to raid the army. Soon after, a group of police officers approaches a man. He says, "The commander threatened me and tried to kill me, so I shot him in self-defense. I trust you'll handle the evidence carefully." Chris arrives and is asked, "Is this the same HQ guy who attacked Axel?" Chris replies, "I'm 100% sure. He and the assassin are the same person." Elizabeth adds, "Maybe he has multiple personality disorder. Whenever one identity gets hurt, he shifts to another." Chris is shocked and can hardly believe it. She shares that Axel told her the man was asking about Hunton. Hearing the name, Hunton, Elizabeth is stunned. "Oh no, not that society." Abel, along with his team, raids the official army base. He announces he has permission from the president and asks everyone to stay where they are while they investigate. One soldier retorts, "Do you really think we're hiding something? Or maybe you're just too late." We then cut to Doug's hospital bed, where some assassins have arrived to kill him. Meanwhile, when the assassins attack Doug, they discover it's only a pillow in the bed. Doug had already escaped. In fact, he was ready to fight back. Then, the hacker Rin takes control of Doug's hospital bed remotely. The bed starts moving on its own, crashing into the attackers and heading toward the exit. Doug shouts, "What the heck is going on?" and finally makes it out of the hospital. Elena and Yen are waiting for him outside. Back at the base, Abel makes another request. "Hand over Hershey to us." The officer replies, "Sorry, but I don't know anyone named Hershey." Abel snaps, "Stop the nonsense." The officer smirks and says he was just joking. In the next scene, Elena informs the team they've found Skinner's location, in Babylonia City. The others are surprised. "That's a huge city. It'll take a lot of time to find him." Then, Doug says he already has a plan. He tells Yen to take the alternate route. Yen breaks through some brackets and jumps onto a broken bridge with her van. In the next moment, she actually launches the van over the broken bridge, and they finally reach the Hypercube station. Elena asks, "What is this place?" Doug replies, "It's a hypertrain station that was still under construction. But I got permission to use it." We see a super fast train system inside. The staff mentions, "Due to the ongoing situation, our work was stalled." Please fix everything as soon as possible. Then Yen gives Elena a phone and says, "You can contact me anytime. You'll always be my best friend and my greatest rival." She leaves after that. Elena waves goodbye, and the group gets ready to head towards Skinner's location. Meanwhile, Axel receives a message on his phone. "Let's meet at the place where angels watch from." And with that, the episode ends. Let us know how you liked this episode in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to catch the next one.